Hello and welcome to another LEGO Train MOC Showcase video. This is a BR08 Shunter Diesel, otherwise known as a Gronk, but my version is Devious Diesel. So this particular diesel I have built before in the past, but not too long after making it, it got scrapped. Now there are plenty of Thomas characters that use this diesel as a basis, and I've never really had the inspiration to want to make another one. So I decided to look around and I discovered on the Block Junction website there is a set of instructions for this very model. I will leave a link to that in the description, and that is what I'm using for this model here. So once again, this is not my build, this is following instructions. So this isn't so much a mock showcase, more of an overview of the model itself. First of all, in order to make this model, you do need to purchase some custom printed wheels and rods. And that does cost a bit of money, but the overall result is excellent. This looks so cool. And the fact that you can get this in a couple of different colors is also a very cool thing to see. Now, it is a bit of a shame that you have to purchase specific wheels and rods for this model, but at the same time, it kind of really does capture that look very well. And this is something I struggled with on my original model, so seeing this is actually very good. The model itself is very parts intensive. There were a lot of particular pieces that I had stocked up, and I thought I had quite a lot of, but they were almost depleted by the time I got through this model. In fact, I did have to make a bunch of bricklink orders to top up on certain pieces, because I was quite shocked at how many parts I had to get for this model. It was interesting to see a different build style, but at the same time, the amount of parts I had to go through was so frustrating. I was not particularly happy with what I had to get in order to make this in the first place. But when you look at the end result, it's ultimately worth it. So if I were you, go through the parts list, stock up first, then build the instructions. Even though it has been answered many times, I do still get the question, where do I get the faces for my models? I use Golden Bear push-long toys. Now, for this diesel model in particular, this isn't quite the same toy that I've used in the past. It's something that come up with the kind of same search results, but I don't know what exactly this kind of brand is. It might still be the same Golden Bear push-long line, just a more modern variant of the toy. But all the same, this is what I use for my LEGO models, and the rest of the toys are basically just husks, just without the face. It's a bit creepy, but also a bit funny. The instructions display this model being built up in one particular livery, and it is not that difficult to swap parts out to go for one particular colour. Interestingly, at the very front, it uses a brick build method for the wasp stripes, so that in particular can save you some parts if you want to go for a different livery, for example like I have here where it is all black. That is also pretty good in the sense that you can make it a bit more structurally sound. And speaking of that, inside it is open where you can add some power units. However, the instructions display this to be using the power up system, of which I don't have. So even if I wanted to power this, I don't think I could, because it doesn't have the right units for it. It's well known that I'm not particularly fond of building diesels, but now that I have this as part of my fleet, it's a very cool thing to have, and it's very fun to just hold this model. It's so chunky, and I love that so much in a LEGO train. It's a model I have again built in the past, my own version of, but seeing it rebuilt in the form of a Thomas character makes it a bit more special for me. So thank you all ever so much for watching. Once again, in the description of this video will be a link to the Block Junction website where you can purchase the instructions. If you want yourself a Gronk, this is the best one I've ever seen, and I couldn't recommend this highly enough. Also in the description, I will link Brecklin Bricks, who designed and put this model onto Block Junction, as well as him being the person who prints these wheels and rods. Because he is UK based, it's now a lot more convenient for LEGO train fans to get wheels and rods without having to pay stupid money for international shipping. And that is it for this video. Thank you all ever so much for watching. Make sure you are following me on Instagram and Flickr for some behind the scenes details. Consider joining my Discord server to have a chat with like-minded fans of LEGO trains and Nerf blasters. Keep an eye out on my community tab for polls and updates. Thank you all ever so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I shall see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.